So it's a commercial space. It's in the Herds building in Parnell, and we've stepped outside the gallery system to do the show. So basically it's a retail space that was empty. We had to paint the walls and put the electricity in, so there was some costs involved there. But apart from that, we've got, you know, a fantastic space. 4 really fantastic sponsors that have given us the venue, the printing, PR and wine. Yeah, oh, so we relocated a camper van and we put all Jane and Matt's and my paintings in there, and just, yeah, did the big 9-hour drive up here in the huge camper van. So there's 5 of us in the show, and all of our work is really different. So when we brought it all together to hang, we sort of just put it randomly around the walls, and some paintings just looked really bad together. So basically the exciting thing about hanging a show like this is that it's just like trying to compose a painting, like trying to get the colours and everything and the marks right in a painting. You do the same thing with a whole group of different artists. So trying to get paintings next to each other that kind of create a nice dialogue even though they're by different artists, and so it's pretty fun. One of the challenges of this show was actually doing some smaller works. Most of my works are really large scale, and so I decided I really wanted to try and get my head around working smaller scale, and scaling down just for me was really challenging. But I feel like the work was really successful, and basically the challenge was to keep it simple, like not to get too kind of tight in that smaller scale, and just to keep those marks really free and that sort of thing. So yeah, again, working from sketches really helped with these smaller works. Yeah, so that was kind of something new for this show. Yeah. I have always had an ambition to be a full-time artist, and sort of have worked for that in various different ways, like trying out a whole lot of different strategies, I guess, in order to get there. Mostly I've worked part-time and painted part-time, and it's funny, the one time when I wasn't working at all, I was so anxious about money that I couldn't make art. And also I didn't have enough money to make art, and I thought, oh, this is not really working. So I've always looked for jobs that somehow connect, to try and bring different elements of what I'm interested in together. I guess for me, creativity is different from just art, like it's kind of bigger than just my painting. So I need to be creative about how I find a studio to paint in, like who I approach, where I look for it. I've got to be creative about how to stretch my money to buy materials, you know, if I'm not working very much. I need to be creative even about how I get the time to paint. I mean, part of me is a real procrastinator, like part of me just wants to sit on the couch and do nothing, and then there's this other part of me that wants to kind of really be active, and I have to be creative about how to get that kind of active side going, like creating little systems or tools that I have to encourage me to just get out to the studio. Like, I'm going to make a horrible painting now, so, you know, I think the fear that stops me is that I'm going to make a horrible painting, so I make a commitment to making a horrible painting, and that just kind of, it takes the kind of preciousness away and helps me just to kind of get out and do it. Having people around you that are being creative really helps. People that kind of have a similar rhythm, like, you know, friends who want to catch up with you in the studio on the weekend rather than going to the movies. That kind of helps a lot as well. So always renewing my commitment to my art practice. It's like, this is my work, this is what I want to do. I'm committed to that, and even when it's difficult, even when what I produce doesn't seem good enough, just kind of keep going And I guess the other thing is have breaks. Like, you know, if I really don't feel like making work, just say, okay, well, I won't make any work for 2 weeks or something, and then after 2 weeks I'll come back to it and see what's happening then. So it's, you know, it's really cool. So don't stress. Like, yeah, that's probably my advice. It's so physical in nature, and that's what I want to say with these paintings, is this is what it's like for me when I walk in nature.